Hey guys, Chris from 3 Day Weekend. Got a familiar one in the garage again today. A 2014 Chevy Cruze. Got a noise in the brakes. Oh, it sounds terrific. We're gonna do a brake job today. First step will be removing the caliper, which is held on by two 18mm bolts. Now that the caliper is out of the way, we need to remove this little T30 Torx screw. Now we just need to beat the rotor off, and to use that, I'm using Thor's hammer, and I just put a lug nut on there so that it doesn't come flying off once it comes loose. I just alternate top and bottom, bang, bang, bang. There we have it. Yeah. That's bad. No pad left on that one. Alright, let's get new pads and rotor on there. Those are the parts I'm putting on today. There are two different brake packages for these cars, so you just need to look at the glove box sticker to see which one you need. Putting the new rotor on, making sure this hole lines up with this little hole right there. Then we can reinstall our Torx 30 screw. Now it's time to change the pads. To do that, we need to push back this cylinder. And to do that, I'm going to take this bracket off. I didn't do it when I first took it off, but with these two 10mm bolts, just take those off and that'll separate the caliper from the bracket. And you can do that before you take it off. I just went all out first thing. So I'm going to take those two 10mm off. And the pads come off with that. Now we need to push back this cylinder. I use an old-fashioned clamp. They actually make a tool, but I don't have one. Anything you can get in there to carefully push this back in will do. This is not the turn back in style, it is just the push back in style. It is all seated back in there. And these old pads, they pretty much just fall right out. That's bad. Now since these pads wore uneven, substantially uneven, it's a good idea to check your slides on this bracket. They should move freely in and out, which these ones do, but sometimes they set up. If they do, you should be able to pop these out, clean them up, put them back in and grease them. If not, you'll be replacing this bracket as well. Since mine are good, I don't have to worry about that. So the next thing we're doing is popping out the slide, replacing it with a new one. In this particular car, these are all the same. Now the pads are not the same. There is a front one and a back one. You'll notice on this one, which was the back one, it had this little gauge that started grinding some time ago to let you know that the brakes were about to go. So that is the back pad, which we have right here. And then the front pad doesn't have that on it. And that is how it goes back on. Before we put it on, I'm going to put some brake lube on the back plates. Brake lubricant, you should always put that on the back plates to prevent squeaking. Nothing more irritating than hearing your brand new brake squeal. And they only need to be on where it comes in contact with the caliper itself. I always put a little bit on the slides just to be safe. And this is ready to put back in. Bracket goes first. Have your bolts ready. Get that all lined up. Once your bracket's installed, pinch your pads all the way in so they're touching the rotor, and then you can slide your caliper over top. You're just pushing in the slides to line up your two 10mm bolts. And then if you took it out, just make sure you put your hose back in its spot. And that is it for this side. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. This one was tricking me. As I turn the wrench, it's turning that whole slide. Just grab another wrench, using a 19mm to hold it steady so you can get that out. We got that all back together. Now the next step, super important, pump the brakes. There's a lot of space between your caliper and these pads. So if you throw it in gear right now and try to hit the brakes, your foot's gonna go to the floor and the car's gonna take off like a rocket. So you don't want that. You run right through the garage door or something awful. So pump your brakes. Once you pump your brakes, you're good to go. So that's it, you're done. If this video helped you out, be sure to give us a thumbs up. And if you have one of these Chevy Cruzes, be sure to subscribe to our videos because this thing has been the star of many an instructional video. So that's all I have for you today, and thanks for watching 3-Day Weekend.